Is Fox News senior strategic analyst, General Jack Keane. General, good to see you, sir. Thanks so much for joining us. Your reaction to that interview?
Well, I think Secretary Tillerson is doing exactly what we should be doing. He's got the main effort. He's carrying the ball, and that is to put a stranglehold around North Korea, cut off as much trade and revenue as we possibly can. My government sources tell me we've shut down about 70–80% of revenue and the trade that North Korea is involved in. That means we still have a ways to go. I think there are some things that we've got to do that maybe we're not doing yet. And one of them is offensive cyber, going against their finance, banking, information systems, energy infrastructure. There's a pipeline coming out of China that goes into North Korea. I'll bet anything there's oil flowing in it. We can shut that down using cyber. Also, there's shipping going into North Korea. And we got to interdict that shipping and just close that back door off so that we're finally getting to a point where we're cutting them off, completely isolating them, because time is running out.
What do you mean time is running out? Give us the timeline.
Well, the CIA director has told us on Fox just a few weeks ago that he thinks North Korea will have full objective capability. That is, nuclearized ICBMs reaching the United States in a matter of months.
Wow.
And if that's a reality, then we have got to be pulling out all the stops now in preparation for that event.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that the leader there says they're interested in dialogue or war? You haven't heard dialogue at all.
Well, they've used negotiations in the past, Maria, to advance their technology, to promote some goodwill for themselves, and clearly to drive a wedge between ourselves and the South Koreans. Yeah, they'll go into negotiations, but they're not going to stop developing that technology.
Right.
I think this administration should talk to them if there's some decent conditions that we are going to discuss denuclearization, and we're going to get to something substantive, then we should talk to them. I mean, talking is better than shooting,
right.
Certainly.
Of course. Meanwhile, the Munich Security Conference just wrapped up in Germany. It cast a pretty harsh light on Russia. U.S. and European officials roundly criticizing the Kremlin for its efforts to undermine Western democracies. What's your take on all of this? Take away from the forum, General.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Russia's track record interfering in elections in Europe and in the United States, the Brexit election, the France's election, Eastern Europeans' election, they've annexed Crimea, they're in eastern Ukraine. President Poroshenko says that the president of Ukraine, he describes at that conference, he describes Russia as a destructive force in the world today. They bring ruin and despair with everything they touch. And we should be calling out Russia for what they're doing. They intervened in Syria. They have fundamentally propped up a war criminal who's killed over 500,000 of his own people, displaced 9 million people, and they're in alliance with Iran, who started the civil war in Yemen. And now we have close to 20 million people that are being affected by starvation and disease in that country. This is what Poroshenko's talking about. They bring ruin and despair with it wherever they go. And we have got to push back on their policies and the lies that they tell time and time again, because they deny everything I just said.
Well, what is the pushback, though? What do we do? I mean, is the 13 indictments that we heard about last week from the special counsel's office enough?
Well, the 13 indictments, I think it's appropriate to call them out for that, be very specific about it, but certainly they're not handing over those 13 guys to us.
Yeah.
Listen, the Cold War showed us how to do this. We stand together in an alliance. We have good military capability, and we don't take anything from these guys. We don't let them push us around like Obama did.
Bottom line. General, good to see you, sir. Thank you.